Hello lovelies, welcome to my channel, welcome to Wilder Gunn. My name is Cory. If you are new here, welcome. I am happy to have you. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I'm happy to be filming again. It has been well over a year since I posted a video to this channel, and I wanted to come back in a very big way and change direction, as it were. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. For those who may not know, I am a witch and a pagan, and I have been a practicing witch and a pagan since 1999. So it's been a minute. Over time, my practice has changed, evolved, just as we all evolve as human beings in general as well. The last 6 years in particular have been full of growth and change, not just for me and my magical practice, but for me as a human. My life has changed quite a bit. When I started this channel, a lot of my focus was on posting informational videos, entirely focused, well, not entirely, mostly focused on divination, pendulum readings, tarot, which I still love and adore to this day. But at the time that I posted my first video, I want to say in 2017, when I started this channel, my life was very different. I had young kids. I still have a corporate day job. By the way, I work in finance, worked in finance for almost 19 years. And I also did public tarot readings, right? I had tarot reading offerings for the public. Sorry that the camera is shaking. I have a kitten behind the camera. I was very curious about the setup right now. But I did readings for the public. I was a professional tarot reader on the side. That has since changed. I haven't done readings or offered readings to the public since about 2021. It's been a while. Since then, I've transitioned to primarily reading for myself, reading for friends, family, the occasional corporate work party. My practice has also gone through stages of evolution. At the time that I started this channel, my practice was still very much a solitary Wiccan practice. When I first came to witchcraft in 1999 and paganism in general, I was pretty solidly a solitary Wiccan practitioner, working primarily with the Celtic pantheons and, you know, piecing together, oh gosh, different bits of what I could, because at the time that I came to the craft, I was not old enough for any tradition to take me under their wing as a student back in 1999. Solidly not. I was 13 years old. It would have been shady if any coven in San Diego had taken me in as a student. But also, this was at the height of Witchvox, for those of us who remember. I'm turning 41 this year. So, been around for a minute. And the internet was a very different place back then. And piecing together what I could from books in the library, scrolling 8 pages of HTML text, from people's various, again, solo practices primarily. I practiced, as I said, as a solitary magical practitioner for a good 10-12 years. It wasn't until around 2012 that I really started connecting with the local witchcraft community in San Diego, where I am from, and really starting to take classes, expanding my horizons. I had taken the occasional class or lecture here and there before, but I really started solidly engaging in my local community around 2012. And that was sort of the first big leap of growth that my practice had taken at that point. And I started working with different pantheons. This is when I came to Persephone, who is my matron deity. And I, again, had a wonderful time beginning to work with pendulums at the beginning of 2012. Oh gosh, it was pretty much a magical renaissance for me around that time. I was pregnant with my second child, and I had a ball learning about new things and connecting with other practitioners and seeing what the other side of the hedge was like for other people such as myself. Around 2019, I kind of had another leap. I was connecting online through social media with other practitioners across the country at that point, expanding my little bubble from just where I was in San Diego, and expanding, reading more widely, different topics, different metaphysical topics, different occult topics. And 2019 was also when I decided to study formally with the Temple of Witchcraft. This is a magical tradition. It is co-founded by Christopher Penczak. You may have heard me speak of him quite a bit on this channel in previous videos. And just last spring, I went through my fourth yearly cycle of training with the temple, and completed basically the fourth initiation into the temple. So I am a 4th degree initiation. For those who don't know, I'll leave a bunch of information on the Temple of Witchcraft down in the description box so you guys can read it. But essentially, where the Temple of Witchcraft differs from maybe other witchcraft traditions that you have experienced, especially Wiccan ones, there are not 3 degrees, there are 5 degrees. The 5th degree is the ministerial degree in the temple. I had my 4th degree initiation last year, and each iteration of Witchcraft 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up through 5, the core books that each of those years is founded on, that kind of acts as a guide for the entire year, is based on a book in the Temple of Witchcraft series that Christopher Penczak has written. This is book 4. It's the Temple of High Witchcraft, and it focuses on high magic, ceremonial magic, whatever flavor you would like to call it. But it focuses on ritual. It's heavily grounded in the element of air. The first book in the series is the Inner Temple of Witchcraft, and that focuses primarily on setting the foundation for energy work, learning how to raise and direct energy, which then you build on with the Outer Temple of Witchcraft, which focuses on basically the foundations of magical practice, the foundations of ritual, the foundations of spellcraft, and then from there, the next iteration, the 3rd book in the series, is the Temple of Shamanic Witchcraft, which is phenomenal. At some point, I will do book reviews on every book in the series, but the 3rd book focuses more on earth and shamanic practices. There's journey work involved, fantastic. And then the 4th book, the 4th iteration, focuses on, again, ceremonial magic. So it dives further into ritual work. It takes you through studying the Kabbalistic tree of life, and it was just a wonderful experience for me. So much so that this year I was a bit inspired to revisit this book, and that's exactly what I intend to do. I want to go back through this book in particular. You can see there's still tags in it. It's also marked up inside as well. But I would like to go back through this book and really go a bit deeper on this go around into ceremonial magic and ritual and more Gnostic practices, as it were. And I would like to take you with me on this journey. So this project, essentially, is one where what I would like to do, as I said, go through the book, and the book is going to be the foundation for me for the next 13 months. We're not going to focus only on this book, I promise you. You don't need this book to even follow along with me as I navigate this project. You can just come along for the ride if that's something that interests you. But what I would like to do is at least record and post to this channel 2 videos a week if I can. This is going to be very experimental, throwing it out there now. What we're not going to do is go through the additional material that is in Witchcraft 4 as a class. All of the Book of Shadows information is essentially going to be off limits. We're going to remove that, and what I'm going to do is go through using this book as a guide with each lesson, and we'll do probably just 1 video on each lesson, but I'm going to incorporate and read some other books that build off of what's in this book, and we're going to talk about basically some experiments that I'm going to be conducting in terms of testing different versions of rituals, writing my own. There's tinctures. We're going to talk about the Tree of Life. We're going to talk about the spheres, the Sephiroth, and really we're going to be winging it, guys. We're absolutely going to be winging it. Videos in the past on this channel have really been recorded from a point of view of having my educator hat on and wanting to impart tried and true and tested knowledge, skills, techniques that I have picked up and actually have refined over a period of time, or have been tried and tested by many, many smart, wonderful, wise people that have come before me, and I am just essentially passing on that knowledge. This is a decidedly different direction for this channel. It is one, as I said, of me having a student hat on, trying things out, experimenting. I had a horrible time making magician's chalk in 2025 as I was first going through this book. I would like to try that again. I want to share with you the experiments I've made making my own kaifi type of incense and planetary tinctures and many other wonderful magical witchcraft experiments and tests, and trying things out from the perspective of someone who is still learning these techniques, still working out the kinks. And most of what I'm going to be sharing with you are personal experiences. So a lot of it will also be personal gnosis. Take what you will, okay? And if something doesn't really jive with your practice, feel free to toss it. This is not me telling you what to do, giving you instructions. If you would like that, we could probably work some of that in if it's something that I have actually practiced and refined the recipe and can give you step-by-step instructions. But most of this is going to be very Diary of a Magician, if you will, where we're just going to test this shit out together and see where it goes. So if you have the book and would like to follow along, please do. You guys can leave your experiences in the comment section of the videos. Share what you're going through, how you, what kind of time you had with these exercises. This is a wonderful series in general, one that I really highly recommend. If you have an opportunity to go through any of these books, I recommend that you do, and I recommend that you don't skip the homework. So after each lesson, there is bullet pointed recommended homework for you. There's also wonderful recommended reading lists as well. We won't be following that reading list in particular. We'll kind of be making our own, or at least I will be making my own. You are free to make your own list as well. And I will be doing book reviews as well. So out of the 2 videos in the week, one video where we're just kind of discussing experiences and how things are going so far, what I've been working on, things of that nature. Second video, book review. We're gonna switch things up. I know everybody really loved the Occult Book Roundups. I want to move away from doing just book hauls, as it were, and what I would like to do is get through the bulk of my occult library. That's going to be in the next video. We're going to talk about it. We're going to dive into it. My to be read pile is enormous, and I would like to get through a lot of those books if I can, give you guys my thoughts and opinions on them. Again, they will just be thoughts and opinions. If you have a varying opinion from a book that I talk about, your opinion is absolutely 100% valid. You do not have to like any book that I love, and you can absolutely love a book that I did not vibe with at all. Absolutely. Take everything for the next cheer with a grain of salt. Maybe a pile of salt. There we go. So we'll work off of the lessons here, but like I said, I want to build off of them. So we'll have probably one monthly video where we'll talk about the lessons and the homework, and I'll share with you my experiences with the homework. But the other videos in between, mostly book reviews, and then as well, different magical experiments, alchemy tests. I've been experimenting with body alchemy, reality maps, all sorts of fun, good stuff, as I had said. I want this to be a mirror of where I am now, because as I said, the last 27 years have been a ride, a very fun ride, but they have been a ride, and I am not the same person that I was when I started this channel. So I think it is time for me to take a stand, decide what I'm going to do with this tiny little platform I have, as it were. I don't know what the future holds for social media. I don't know what the future holds for YouTube in general. Social media has changed so much. In just the last 5 years, it looks vastly different than it did pre-2020. And oh gosh, I don't know where it's really headed. I could not say for certain, especially with the prevalence of AI and what that's doing to all of our social media platforms, the changes that have been made to algorithms, etc., etc. So this, again, is a side project. It is a project. I'm not calling it a journey. I think that word has been overused quite a bit in our community. I still think it's absolutely a valid word, and it's a very useful word. But what I want to do here is a project. This is a project. We're making a project together, guys. And hopefully you will enjoy taking this ride with me, watching the experiment as it progresses. And yeah, if you would like to participate, I welcome you to. You are more than welcome to make your own project in your magical practice, as it were. And hey, if this is your first toe into magical practices in general, hello, welcome. This is quite a leap to make. Jumping straight into ceremonial magic. But you know what? I think we all find the practices we need at the time we need them. I really do believe that. So strap in. We'll talk about books, and we'll talk about potions, rituals, spellcraft, tinctures, all that other good fun stuff as well. So I hope to see you all in the next video. But until then, blessed be.